name is Bailey. I'm the founder of BraveBodies Yoga and Pilates and Supple Silver Intelligent Exercise for Seniors. And today I would like to do a sequence with you which does two things. It helps to release neck and shoulder tightness and tightness in your upper back, and it also improves the range of movement in your shoulders. So it's ideal for people who spend a lot of time hunched in front of their laptops or just bending forward and feeling very compressed. And we'll need two things. You'll need your foam rollers, and possibly if you have a ball, that would be really helpful. If you don't have a ball, you can use just your fist as well. I have a tennis ball. You can use any other ball that you might find in the house, or anything that has a nice round shape. And this is just to release our pecs. I would like to do first a test of your shoulder mobility and just your general feeling in the shoulders, and then we will retest at the very end of the sequence. So we can start by lying down on the floor, and you can leave your props aside for a moment. I'd like you to please just make yourself comfortable, and we will do a simple overhead reach. So I'd like you to take the arms over your head, and then as you exhale, bring them back down. Okay, and we'll just do this a few times and see how we feel around the shoulder area. Most of us, when we are not paying attention, will also start feeling the chest moving. So I'd like you to just keep the chest nice and stable and move only the arms. And then rest for a moment. Close your eyes and feel the shoulders on the floor. See whether you can feel maybe an elevation on one side, or anything feeling uncomfortable or tight. So remember this sensation, and we'll then revisit it when we are finished. Okay, bring yourself up into a seated position, and we'll start on the roller. And I would like you to make sure that you are nicely positioned on the roller so that your head is on it. So you need to start by sitting down quite low. So find your sacrum and then lie back. And we'll take the tennis ball, and the first thing I'll do is to do a pec release. So again, if you don't have the ball, you can just use your hand, but we'll take the ball into our right hand and then start working on the left pec. I'd like you to please completely relax your left shoulder. Yeah, so the left arm flops down, you're not holding any tension in the arm. And for most of us, the pecs are a fairly tight muscle group, and when the pecs are tight, they pull on the back, so they actually drag your shoulders forward, and they create more roundness in your shoulders. You can do this release also seated, yeah? So you don't have to be lying down. Lying down is a bit more comfortable, you get a bit more accomplished, so I prefer to be in this position. But if you cannot lie down, you can do the same when you're in your office, or just sitting up. So you can kind of comb through the muscles. You can run a line underneath your collarbone, and then move towards the midline, towards the sternum here, and then really work through all the various parts of the upper chest here. You can roll towards the armpit area, and then back to the center. And when you do this seated, you will be able to see the different position of your shoulder when you're finished on one side. Right now we cannot really appreciate that, but we'll be able to feel the difference a bit. Okay, so let's move to the other side. And the reason why I'm starting with the pecs is that alone will improve the mobility in the shoulder and the tightness. So we address the front of the body, and then we move also to the back of the body. So again, nicely working through the pecs here, through the collarbones. You may find points that are sore. Most people have some tenderness in the pecs. There's also a muscle called pectoralis minor, which is kind of along the bra strap for ladies. Yeah, it runs up and down, and that's the muscle that brings our arm in towards the middle. So it does this kind of movement, and that muscle tends to be also very tender. So working through. And then once you're finished, you can put your ball on your side. We're not going to need it anymore. And already you should feel that the shoulder blades are nicely draping over the roller and that you feel it's a bit freer. So let's do a little bit of rolling from side to side. And we can use the roller to really massage the back. So the roller pushes into the back and we are using it to kind of roll a bit of a wave of the skin along the back. And moving from right to left, apply some pressure. So as you move your hips to the right, you exert the pressure on the right shoulder blade. Yeah, so as you move to the other side, you push into the left shoulder blade. So hips on the left, shoulder blade presses down on the right. Hips on the right, shoulder blade presses down on the left. Keep going a few more times. And it should feel quite pleasant. This is kind of my favorite movement, and it's a great thing to do after you've come home from work and you feel very tight and your back is hurting. So then we'll add a bit more twist. Keep your feet nicely hip distance apart so we're stable and we're not rolling off the roller. By the way, if it produces any kind of dizziness, please come down and rest. You may need a bit more time to get accustomed to the roller, so start small. Get hold of the roller behind you with both hands, and then we drop both knees to the right side and bring the chest and head to the left. And at the same time, we try to drive the hips away from the ribs. So we have this massive, massive stretch in the left side of the body. Take a nice deep breath. And then as you exhale, bring the knees up and move to the other side. So knees drop to the left, chest drops to the right. And you can continue to twist. Just make sure you don't fall off. And then slowly come back. As you exhale again, twist onto your left. Knees move to the right. Remember, the legs always work as a counterweight to the upper body. And then again, inhale, exhale. This doesn't only work the shoulders and the chest, but the stretch moves right down to your abdomen and also to the hip flexors. And slowly back. Okay. And then release the arms. And we'll do a bit of a shoulder blade squeeze against the roller. So please stretch your arms out and you have them hovering above the floor, and we will squeeze the shoulder blades into the roller and keeping the neck long, and then as we exhale we reach the arms out. So you really want to create the widest arm span possible. And again, squeeze in and then reach out and squeeze the roller. And at the same time you're moving the shoulder blades down. And release. And exhale, squeeze in. And inhale. And the last one, exhale. And breathe in. As you exhale, release the arms down. And we will do just a simple stretch overhead. Take a deep breath, reach the arms back, and then see whether you can bring your hands towards the floor. Yeah, at the moment we can lift the chest a little bit. And then exhale, lower the hands down. Please keep your chin from poking up. We don't want to tilt the neck back. And again, reach the arms over the head. Inhale. And exhale, lower down. And inhale, reach up. And exhale. And then we move to snow angels. For this, I would like you to focus on breathing out on the way up. Yeah, so that will actually help us keep the ribs stable and help us focus on the shoulders more. So we begin by breathing out. Arms come over the head. You can notice my arms don't touch the floor because I'm holding my chest steady. And then on the inhalation, I circle the arms out to the hips. Exhaling through pursed lips. Imagine you have a straw in your mouth. And inhale, circle out. Exhale, 3. Inhale, circle. Exhale, 4. So again, the chest remains stable, the ribs move downwards and out. Exhale, 5. And inhale, and the last one, exhale, reach up, 6. And inhale. Good. And then rest your arms for a moment. Then stretch your arms out again. Give yourself a big hug with your left arm on top first, and then hold your shoulder blades. It depends on your flexibility, but you may be able to just about touch the shoulder blades with your hands. So the elbows are one over the other. We will keep them this way, and then we try to intertwine the hands to bring them in front of the face. So if you are familiar with yoga, this is Garudasana arms. Garudasana is eagle pose, and the arms are a bit like wings folded together. And we draw the elbows in down towards the waist. And we feel a nice stretch through the upper back. And then on the exhalation, release the arms and we cross them the other way. So give yourself a hug with your right arm over the top first, and then join your hands together. So if you notice, I'm not using just the wrists, I'm actually crossing elbow over elbow. If your hands don't come together, don't worry too much. You can even hold the hands here. Yeah, what is important is actually the position of the upper arms. So if you have the flexibility, you can draw the palms together and hold, releasing the shoulders away from the ears. Very good. And then from there, please stretch the arms out again. And then we do a bit of an S shape. So we reach the right hand towards the bottom of the roller, left hand at the top, and then push through the ribs on the left side. And then open on the right side. Good. And then again on the left, so a bit of a wiggle. And on the right, again, please keep your balance by having your feet hip distance or a little bit more. And change. And change again. Last two. And last one. And then we move to another movement this is a movement by Martha Graham, who was a very famous dancer, and she designed this precisely to open and mobilize shoulders. So we keep the elbows together, and the arms are parallel to the body. So we're looking through the gap in the wrists. And on the inhalation, we try to maintain the elbows together, and we bring the hands behind the head, and we attempt to touch the floor. Yeah? If your elbows come apart, that's okay. You don't have to go that far. Yeah? So please, if you start doing this, just stick to the range of movement where you can maintain the elbows joined. Okay? And we take a nice deep breath into the roller. So we breathe downwards and the hands touch behind the head. As you exhale, bring the elbows in. Inhale into the roller. And exhale. Elbows stick together. Inhale, elbows reach back. Hands maybe touch the floor, and exhale. And now we add a bit of an angle. So the hands angle to the right, and then guide your palms towards the same line, but just on a slight angle here. And as you exhale, bring the elbows in. They're still touching, and then do the same thing on the left side. So we inhale and exhale. Again, inhale, twist to the right. So we are angling the forearms to the right side and back in. And to the left. Make sure that the fingers actually reach a bit further out, yeah? So you don't want to keep the movement too small. Last two, inhaling. Exhale. And last one, inhale. And exhale. Join your palms together. Interlace your fingers and then push your hands to the ceiling. So we get a nice stretch through the wrists. And then let the shoulders move down as you reach the arms over the head. You may again not be able to touch the floor, and that's totally fine. We're just holding for a moment. Inhale, reach up. Change the interlace, push the hands against the ceiling, and then take the arms back. And the ribs release down into the roller. Inhale and hold. And exhale, come up. And release. Place your hands on your shoulders, and we will do chicken wings. Yeah? So we draw the elbows towards the waist, and then we meet them up, and by the head lead them back, and exhale, circle again. So here we are using the nicely massaged open pecs. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And as you get better at this, you can try to take the elbows closer and closer to the floor. So lead the elbows up and back. Yeah, sometimes people make the mistake of making the movement too quick and also too shallow. Yeah, so they don't actually fully rotate the arm in the socket. Shoulders are the most mobile, one of the most mobile joints in the body, and it's a ball in the socket joint, and it's if it's in good shape, it's got very good mobility. So we want to really make the most of it. Inhale. Exhale. You can again synchronize your movement to your breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last two. Exhale. And last one. And exhale. We move back to snow angels, but this time, because the chest is a bit more ready, we'll try to keep the hands actually in contact with the floor. So the palms reach out. Actually, we can start by the hips, yeah? So as you inhale, see if you can maintain your hands on the floor or very close to the floor, and then go to your shoulder level, and then bring your hands back in. Okay? Inhale, bring your hands out to shoulder level, and exhale back in. This time we travel a little bit higher up, yeah? So we go in line with the face or ears. And exhale. Again, inhale, reaching out and up. If your hands come off the floor, that's okay, but you're still trying to keep them close to the floor. And exhale. Please be careful if you've had any shoulder injuries, use your judgment. If you feel ready, you can take the arms a bit further up and then back down. Exhale. Inhale, arms go out into the sides, slowly up, and maybe you can even bring your hands all the way back. And exhale. Yeah, so we start to build the full circle. Again, don't overdo it. If you feel your shoulders are a bit vulnerable, you want to keep the hands a bit higher up above the floor. Again, inhale, open. And exhale, close. Inhale, reach up and over. And exhale. And the last one, inhale, hands are still by the floor, and you should feel that the mobility is better now. And exhale, bring your hands down. And then rest. The last movement we will do on the roller is, I call it traveling hands. The starting position is with the palms facing up. And we will be first pivoting over the little fingers. So just do a bit of a flip. Yeah? We flip the hands down, and then we flip them back. Okay? Exhale, flip your hands down, and flip them back. Good, one more time, flipping down. So we are using the little finger as a pivoting point, and open. And then one more, and open up. And this time we use our thumb as the pivoting point. So we lift the hand, and then we try to go to a full external rotation of the shoulder. And you'll feel it quite a lot, yeah, just in the upper back. And then exhale, release. Now travel downwards. So flipping over the little finger, and then back in. Palm faces up, and twist over the thumb. Keep your neck long. Slowly back, and then again flipping down. Slowly back. And then last one, turning on the thumb, and exhale, and down, and back. Okay, bring your hands in, and then come off your roller. So we will slide down. I would like you to please take a moment lying on your back, and then extend your legs. Close your eyes and notice the sensations in your neck and shoulders and your chest. Also, as you lie still, focus on the quality of your breathing and observe any created space in the chest. So you should feel that your body is sitting better on the floor and that you have a bit more freedom yeah, in even just lying down, there's sort of less resistance from the body. Yeah, you can really drop down. And then you can take both arms over your head and just see whether there is any improvement to what you had at the beginning. Okay? And then lower down. You can even assess one arm at a time, especially if you have any particular injuries, or you're recovering from any kind of shoulder problems, and you may be also more restricted on one side as opposed to the other. So again, take a nice deep breath and exhale, and hopefully you will be able to detect a noticeable difference. And last one. And then please bend your knees, hug your knees to your chest, and do a little bit of a roll from one side to the other, just to release the back from the work on the roller. So we're rolling from right to left, and then you can hold your knees together and circle the knees to the belly and out, and to the belly and out, to massage the lumbar spine. And then reverse, and back, and then please roll to one side and sit up. And thank you very much for joining me. Have a great day, and I'll see you again. Thank you.